Lenore Miller's lifelong curiosity for human behaviour and why people do what they do led her to a career focused on understanding workplace behaviour and how to bring out the best in people. She has extensive experience working with organisations to maximise employee engagement, productivity and leadership capability. Lenore combines her expertise in people and culture with solid business-based data, enabling an organisation to take the pulse of their workforce. This provides invaluable insight, giving them the ability to harness the full capability of their most valuable business resources. Born and raised in the Hunter, Lenore is the Director of Delivery for IDEX, an Australian-owned and operated business that uses their proprietary software to provide useful, relevant and meaningful workplace data. Welcome, Lenore. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Holly.
To begin today, could you tell us a little bit about your career path?
Sure. It's kind of interesting, Holly, because I haven't had a linear career path. And to be honest, when I was younger, I used to compare myself to my peers from senior high school and university who just picked one thing, like teaching or architecture, and just went for that career path. Whereas I kind of tried all kinds of different things, and I went from employment to self-employment and back. You know, I worked for businesses large and small, and so I kind of wondered what was wrong with me that I hadn't stuck with one thing. But as I've matured, I've realised that that's really served me well, because it allows me to have the confidence to back myself into anything I might choose to do. And in reality, what it's given me is real career freedom.
So what do you believe has shaped your leadership style?
Holly, I think there's probably three broad things that I think shaped how I show up as a leader. And the first one is commitment. So for me, that's around my commitment to my own personal and professional development. And that's been flavoured by a lot of things. So it's sometimes the modelling of people who have led me in the past. It can be the interactions I have with people that I get to lead, because I just learn so much in that space as well. And it could be peers, but it's also clients, so the people that I go and work with and get to interact with. So my leadership style has been well-rounded by all of those things. I also think the ability to be empathic it's such a privilege to be able to walk a mile in someone else's shoes and, you know, understand where that person's coming from. And it's really allowed me to have some really deep conversations with people in my teams that I might not normally have, and to really understand who they are and what they really want. And sometimes that allows them to leave an organisation with grace, you know, because they decide it's not really for them. And the third thing, I think, is my belief in people. You know, our people don't come to work every day wondering what they can mess up today. You know, they really come to do their best work. And I think it's my job as a leader to provide that really healthy workplace culture that allows people to show up. And even if that means making mistakes, it's my job to coach them and lead them and help them find their way in their career. So I think that would be the third thing.
Lenore, what is one action or task you ensure you incorporate into your diary every week?
Great question. The one thing that I always make time for in my diary every week, and hopefully most days, is communication. And it's communication with my team, so that could be just finding out how their weekend was, or it could be coaching, training, finding out what work we've got coming up, what's happening with clients. The other one is communication with our clients. So I think it's really important to have the finger on the pulse of whether our clients have feedback, whether that be positive or constructive. And I want to hear that so that we can, you know, make the appropriate adjustments. And the third one is communication with potential clients, because I never want to get too far away from really understanding what people in the community and in the business community want from us.
What do you believe makes business unique in the Hunter?
Holly, I think we're unique because we have such an awesome environment that we're able to attract fantastic leaders who come here for great positions, as well as to be able to have a great lifestyle. So I think that really helps us retain great leaders here in the Hunter. And I think people in the Hunter look for several things in great leaders and in businesses. They look for businesses that make a contribution to the local community, whether that be our local sporting team, a not-for-profit, or sponsoring fabulous awards or innovation. People also look for representation locally, so they don't just want to work with an organisation that has representation in the large capital cities. They want someone locally that they know that they can trust and rely on and have a face-to-face meeting with. And I think that the other thing that we look for in the Hunter in a business is, you know, that commitment to the local environment.
And to finish today, Lenore, what local business person do you find inspiring?
Great question, Holly. We have some sensational leaders in the Hunter. The one person that stands out for me when you ask that question is Mark Fitzgibbon, who's the CEO of NIB. And the reason I select Mark is because NIB has gone through some amazing change and growth and transformation over the period that Mark's been at the helm. And they've still been able to keep that company culture going. You know, they're embracing diversity and they're at the forefront of innovation. So that business is absolutely thriving in every direction. And I think that it takes a special kind of leadership to bring all that together and to take your team on that journey. So, you know, my vote's for Mark.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today, Lenore.
Thanks, Holly. It's been a pleasure.